Happy Tuesday. After winning 4 consecutive series, the Mariners are in Boston to take on the Red Sox. Seattle's fresh off of taking 2 of 3 in Toronto and hope to build on their 12-10 record. Bryce Miller's on the mound on the opener, facing Brian Bellows, making his season debut for the Sox. Boston also 2 games over 500, good enough for second in the American League East behind the Yankees. Today's game's being broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. Only one team was active Monday in the AL West, and that was Houston. Hunter Brown and 2 relievers combined to 2-hit the Blue Jays in a 7-0 victory. Astros improved to 11-11 with the win, 2 games behind Texas in the division. Seattle remains in second place behind the Rangers by a game heading into tonight's action. While the Seahawks have been burning the candle at, let's say, 12 ends, preparing for the NFL draft this week, Seahawks general manager and president of football operations John Schneider says he feels much more comfortable this year having the coaching staff firmly in place prior to Thursday's first round.
It's been outstanding, being able to having the majority of the offensive staff, our new staff haven't been through the process several times at different buildings and organizations has helped as well. But I think everybody just has a better feel for each other naturally. Your Mike and I are constantly evaluating the evaluators, right? So that's coaches, it's scouts, it's doctors, trainers, it's everybody, and it's just a much stronger comfort level.
Seattle has the 18th overall selection in the first round Thursday, but are not expected to use it to address a need on the offensive line. Schneider says the need Seattle has up front is nothing new around the NFL.
I think it's an area of need, yeah, absolutely. I think it's been very well documented throughout the spring. But it's also a little bit of a lazy narrative because every team is looking for offensive linemen. We're trying to create guys every single year. We end up finding, it used to be when I started in the league with Ron Wolf, it was like a free agent had to have 3 redeeming qualities. Okay, well now, especially with offensive linemen, you have guys maybe in the 4th round that have 2 redeeming qualities. Tall and long, strong and quick, or whatever. I mean, it's just happened. It's not anything that anybody in football is happy about, to be honest with you. It's an area that hasn't been developed as well as the other side of the ball for one reason or another. And it's really, I think it just fundamentally comes down to if you're gonna be playing football at a young age, you wanna go sack the quarterback and do your sack dance, or do you want to go block for a running back or a quarterback? I mean, I think it comes down to that.
After Thursday, Seattle has 2 picks in the 2nd round, 2 in the 3rd round, single picks in the 4th and 5th rounds, and then 2 more picks in each of the 6th and 7th rounds. A busy prep boys soccer schedule got underway earlier this afternoon. Bridgeport was hosting Tonasket while Omak was at Manson. 6 p.m. games have Ephrata at Toppenish, Quincy's at Sela, Kashmir visits Count of Benton, Cascade is home against Liberty Bell. Later at 7, it's Eastmont at Sunnyside and Moses Lake at West Valley. There were a few softball games played on Monday with Moses Lake blanking Cheney 10-0. Oroville swept Manson 17-10 and 30-22. Wenatchee's playing a doubleheader at Eisenhower today, while Othello is hosting Ephrata. Single games on the schedule find Chelan in Omak. Tonasket is hosting Bridgeport. Lake Roosevelt plays at Okanagan. Liberty Bell is hosting Brewster, and Moses Lake is on the road at Mount Si. Manson edged Oroville in baseball Monday, 12-11. Eastmont's on the road at Sunnyside today, while Omak is hosting Chelan, and Okanagan is at Lake Roosevelt. Brewster is visiting Liberty Bell. Moses Lake is welcoming Davis, and Quincy plays at Ephrata. Well, sometimes a pair of new shoes and socks and a warm smile can go a long way. The Wenatchee Bighorns were at Mission View Elementary School in Wenatchee today, along with Samaritan's Feet, to give out nearly 500 pairs of shoes and socks. Mission View Principal Jeff Jaggers says it began as a conversation between Bighorns owner Sean Cooprider and his dad, Sandy.
Well, I can say it started about a year and a half ago, walking down the river, talking with Sean and his dad, Sandy. And at that point, we just knew about the Samaritan project. not knowing that Mission View would be a part of that. And so comes to be it. They chose us. We've been very blessed with a lot of community things going on, and this is just a great example of, Cashmere Valley Bank, Chelan Fresh, Cascade Auto Center, all those they're all here today with us all day long, along with the Bighorns, of course, which is the main attraction for our kiddos. It's been a great day.
I met Sean Cooprider, the owner of the Bighorns, about 18 months ago. He sent in just an info sheet. Hey, would you be willing to serve, and could we work out a situation where you could deliver shoes here? So we worked with them last year at the YMCA. We brought in about 100 shoes just to try it out and see what it was like, and they loved it. So worked with Sean and the organization, as well as several donors who funded this opportunity, and then Jeff here at the school to get shoe sizes, do all the behind the scenes logistics. And so then when we culminates to today, when every single child in this school gets a new pair of athletic shoes, a pair of socks, a hope tote, a hope note, and just hopefully some inspiration for the future.
Oh, they're having fun. I mean, you can see right there, they're in there having a lot of fun with the kids. They've been everywhere. They've been to Vale Elementary. They've tried to go to the Y and help out there. They've been helping at the food banks. And this is kind of our pledge as a Bighorns organization, that we want to give back to the community, and some of the events that we've done, from going to the Chelan County Fair and the Waterville Fair, and we were in the Apple Blossom last year and the Youth Day. We're just trying to show that we have some really good people on this team, and they can do some good things in this community.
We live in this valley, particularly Mission View. A lot of other schools the same way, low income. And these kids are in dire need of things like this, and they're happy campers right now.
We say it's not really about the shoes, it's how we make these kids feel and showing them love and respect. And we also have a dream banner in there, trying to encourage them, you can be whatever you want to be. And they see these bigger than life athletes, and even some of the individuals that are serving, just to have that conversation with them and look them in the eye and just let them know you are special, you are loved, and there's big plans for you. And just, try and encourage them to dream big, because they won't probably remember the shoes, but they'll remember how they felt on this day.
In all, 476 children will receive a free pair of shoes and socks through the Samaritan's Feet program. If you'd like to help future giveaways, find them on the web at samaritansfeet.org. Great program earlier today. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.